girl. I hope you girls are doing good, girl. I'm doing good. I feel like I'm in a bad mood. I feel like I'm having a bad attitude. I don't mean to have a bad attitude. I'm just like annoyed, I guess. So here we are, girl. Hello. Is that my bestie, Lady Marilyn? Did I see Lady Marilyn? I did. Hey, Lady Marilyn. I hope you're doing good, bestie. I hope you're keeping your head up always. Hello. Thank you, Kayla. You're so sweet. Hi, Icy Blades. Girls, let me know if you guys can hear me okay. I feel like this hairstyle gives me a wrinkly forehead. Like I can't hide the wrinkles. I'm just kidding. My 3-year-old son says he saw you on screen and says she's so beautiful. Ah, thank you. Thank you. I hope you're being good. I can hear you. Okay, you can hear me. I need to sneeze. Hold on, hold on. Woo! Woo! Bless me. Yeah, girl. How was your interview, Natalie? Tell us all about it, baby girl. Thank you. Thank you. But if I can be honest with you guys, I'm feeling like I'm having a bad attitude. I'm feeling like I don't want to say I'm having a bad day, but I feel like I'm having a bad attitude about my day. So hopefully it livens up, and I feel like I'm gonna get allergies. I feel allergies coming. Nothing happened. I'm just overwhelmed with work. That's all. Like, you know how whenever you go to work and you have like a checklist, my checklist is so long, and it's like, which one do I do first? Like, they're all equally as important, you know? So I'm taking my own advice and just kind of taking it, you know, a step at a time. A project at a time. But I just don't want to work. I just want to say, screw work. I want to go home. I want to make my junkie cases. So it's that kind of attitude. Me and you, Sandra, we're like this right now. We want to quit our jobs. No, but nothing has happened. It's just a lot of work to do, and I don't want to do it. I don't want to work. Oh, you look beautiful, even if you're not feeling great. Thank you, Savannah. You're so sweet, girl. I have a question. I love your nails and your makeup. Thank you, Pink Girly. I do appreciate it. It's the lazy weather. Yeah, Laura, we'll blame it on the weather, girl. Yeah, girl. Me too, Sandra. I don't get any help. And like when I ask questions, nobody seems to know the answer. So I'm just like, I have to like do research to find out what to do next. And it's annoying, but I don't want to get into it, girl. I want to leave work for the hour and just be here with you guys. And I feel like I want to get sick. So I'm just like, don't get sick. Hi, Isabel. I hope you're doing good, my friend. How are you? How's everything? Danielle's telling Lady Marilyn. She's smiling at her. Long time no see, girl. I'm here every day. I'm here on the TikToks every day, girl. But it's good to see you. It's good to know that you're doing good. Thanks for being here with us for these few moments. Danielle. Crystal, thank you so much, my good friend. Oh, thank you, Isabel. You're so sweet, girl. Proud of you. I hope that you're doing good, you and your kiddos. I know, less stress. I know. Once I clock out, I'm going to be like all in a good mood. It's like one of those things where I'm just like dreading these next, 4 hours left, girl. 4.5 hours left. And then once I clock out. Yeah, and I have a lot of orders to fulfill, girl. A lot of orders to do. Girl, so if you're interested in a junkie case, let me know. Junkie cases. The case itself with all the jewels, $39 with the socket, $44 with the dangler, $49. So all the whole works, $49 including shipping. Yes, Natalie, you got this in the bag, girl. You got it, girl. Jasmine, hey, I'm on my way to church for my break. It's been a semester. I'm on my way to church for my break. It's been a semester. It's been a semester in school. It's been a semester in school. I don't understand, Jasmine. Type it again, girl. But you're going to church. You're going to church. That's fun, girl. Pray about it. Pray about the things. Like, please, God, help me. Thank you, girl. I do appreciate you getting married. You're getting married, girl. Congratulations, girl. That's so amazing, girl. It's so coincidental because, girl, I'm ready to read my book, God's Plan for Your Marriage. I've been reading this book, you know, for a couple of days now, few and far between. And I was going to ask you guys if you wanted to read this afternoon because, girl, I need to read. I need to seek God because I'm feeling stressed and I'm feeling overwhelmed and I'm feeling like I want to have a bad attitude and I'm feeling like I want to just, like, get upset at nothing. I'm just having a bad attitude, so I think. Yeah, I'm in college. It's been a tough semester, girl. You got this, girl. I know it's tough. I know, girl. Me too. I should take my own advice, right? I can't wait to see you in your wedding dress. Ah, I know, right? Girl, I'm going to, like, record everything. Record my wedding dress. Record my wedding. Record me having kids. Pushing out them puppies. Just recording and living. Same. I know, right? I'm on the verge of a divorce. I'm just going through it. Versa, girl, girl, it's tough. I know. Like, to try to make a life with somebody else, it is hard. It's not an easy task. But with patience, with dedication, with both of the parties, both individuals trying every day, it can work. But you guys both have to try. So I do, you know, my heart goes out to you for any besties who have, you know, been through divorce, been through a separation. It is hard, girl. Then you have to kind of find yourself again. Like, who am I without this person? I can only imagine. Yeah, money. I've been feeling the same way, girl. Like today, just for this last, like, 2 hours of work, I've just, like, I'm having a bad attitude. I'm like, bleh. I'm like you, me and you right now. We're like this. We want to quit. I'm just kidding. Yeah, honestly, girl, you guys know I bought on a budget. My wedding dress wasn't over $100. I have my wedding dress already. It was not over $100. It was less than $100, and I have it. I need to get it altered because it's really long, but I have it. I feel conflicted. I've been through so much and still wants to try it. I don't know if it's healthy or not. Well, I mean, only you know the circumstance, Versha. Versha, is that how you say your name? Versha. Only you know the circumstances, baby girl. Follow your heart, follow your instinct, follow your intuition. But just know, girl, that me and my person, me and Bird, have been together for almost 15 years now. It will be 15 years in April. We don't have children, and we're barely gonna get married, you know, hopefully this next year coming, 2025 as well, you know, as well as our good friend Isabel. But it's tough, girl. It is. It's not hard. I mean, it's not hard. It's not easy. It's not easy. Get it altered at Fox Plaza if you don't have anywhere very good price. Ooh, Back It Up 2001. Thanks, girl. Thanks for giving me the inside scoop here in the EPT, girl. I was even thinking of taking it over to good old Juaritos to get it. Good old Juaritos to get it altered. I'm like reading the comments. Thank you for listening. Versha, we're a group here. Versha, I haven't seen your name here before. I'm not sure if you're a new viewer or what's called a Bestie Boo. We're all Bestie Boo members. Bestie Boo crew is what I call all the commenters, all the friends. Versha, so just know that this space, you know, whenever you come to my live, you know, all the besties, we're here for you, girl. We're here to support each other, to hear each other out, to, you know, express and all the things, you know, we go through in life. You know what I mean? I'm very much open. I'm very much vulnerable about the things that I go through, the things that I feel. Just like right now, I'm like, girl, I'm getting pissed off. I'm having a bad attitude. Like, I'm on the verge of, like, you know, getting pissed off. Yeah, girl. So it's all a part of life. And I think it's healthy to express your vulnerabilities. I think it's healthy to say, I'm going through something. It's healthy to say that I'm having a bad day. It's healthy to say, you know, I'm having a bad attitude. And I'll be the first one to tell you, girl. Like, I try every single day. But at the same time, some days I do have a bad attitude. Some days I want to say, okay, can I clock out now? Like, some days I want to say, can I leave early? Some days I want to say, you know, can I just quit? so I can focus on my junky cases and make my money on my junky cases. You know what I mean? Mrs. Espitia, hi, baby girl. But anyway, I wanted to read. I know reading is not the most funnest for everybody. I know people like, okay, we're leaving because I start reading, girl. But I like reading. And I think that sometimes whenever my brain is like all like, you know, just get into something. Get like reading. Yes. Let me see. Rachel, she put, Barsha. You will love it here. We do prayers every morning. She's on early. Thanks, Rachel. You're the best, girl. You're the best. But yeah, Versha, just know that this space that we are creating, not only with myself, but all the Bestie Boo members who you see, all 500 of us on right now, girl. We're all very much close. We have a tight bond. We get on with each other. We're on each other's like lives every day, either on my live or on other Bestie Boos lives, or literally in the comments just expressing whatever it is that we're going through. So just know that this is a fun, safe haven, safe place for you to, you know, share in on your vulnerabilities, but also, girl, try to have a positive attitude as well. You know, any sign of weirdness, wickedness, evilness, cattiness, gossipiness, you know, I don't like, you know, I don't stand. So just know that. And that goes for all the Bestie Boos, all, you know, 5,000 of us who are on right now. Girl, yes. I just had a whole self-talk, and thank you so much for the good positivity. Girl, yes. We have to self-talk ourselves. I love that you're able to catch your own attitude and try to correct it. I love that you're able to catch your own attitude. Oh, yeah. That's something, Rita. Let me tell you something, Rita. I think in my mid-20s, right now I'm 31. I'm going to be 32 in January. January 5th, mark your calendar. In my mid-20s, girl, when I would try to actually get along with my mom, and I would try to kind of reevaluate my life and kind of reevaluate my feelings and kind of reevaluate the things that I've done, the people that I've hurt, who I was in the past, where I'm trying to be. I'm very self-aware of my feelings. I'm very self-aware of my surroundings. I'm very self-aware of body language. I'm very self-aware of expression. I'm very self-aware of a lot of things that I don't know why I'm hyper-aware of it, but I'm very hyper-aware of myself. If I'm having a bad attitude, I'll be the first one to tell you I'm having a bad attitude. If I'm having a bad day, I will be the first one to tell you I'm having a bad day. But that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to be a total B or mean, you know what I mean? I'm going to just kind of like hold my tongue and hold my thoughts. And when I'm having those like, I just want to pick up the table and like just like throw it up like this and say, screw all this, you know, I'm done. I'm like, okay, I have the good book. I have something to occupy my mind and keep my mind again elevated and in those nice positive places, rather than self-destructing and say F you, you're cool, F you. You know, like I would in the past. So yes, girl. Anyway, so girl, I'm going to read just briefly, not too long, but like I mentioned, I'm having a bad attitude. I'm having a moment of vulnerability in which I just want to go home already. I don't want to be here. I don't want to look at my list of work things I need to do. I don't want to do it. That's basically what it is. I don't want to do it. I don't want to work today, girl. Yay! I know, right? I don't want to work, but yay! Here we are, girl. Yeah, but just know that we do incorporate prayer every single day. Sometimes they're short prayers. Sometimes they're long prayers. Sometimes the Bestie Boos give me a list of individuals who need prayers. Sometimes it's just prayers for my bird, my family, my puppy. You know, sometimes every day is different. I never plan my days. I do plan it, but I don't plan the prayers or my feelings and so forth. I try to plan to have a good day, but whatever it is that comes my way, I'm like, I can handle it. I can do anything. I'm a tough boss bee. You know? Oh, I know, right? Oh, okay. So what I need to do is, I love for you to do prayers for me. It really lifts me up all the time. Tito, what it do, Tito? What's up? What part of El Paso do you stay in? I live in the west. I work in downtown, and that's pretty much where I commute. I hardly ever go to the east side, hardly ever. And if I do, it's probably to get my nails done, to visit Bird's family, to visit my family. If I do visit, girl, because you guys know I'm not very close with my family, besides like my sister. And yeah, girl, I stay in the west. I work downtown, but I stay in the west. I stay pretty much far west. But yes, thank you, Angie. We did an orange look. We did orange, yellow, and teal. And then down here, more teal. So yeah, orange, yellow, and then teal. Those were the lowest scored numbers. So we chose the lowest scored numbers. Yay, Mr. Biggs is doing good. That makes me happy. I know, Angie, right? It looks so good. I appreciate your positive words. Yeah. Desiree says, it's okay to feel overwhelmed, sweet mama. You're not alone. Oh, babe, I appreciate you, baby girl. I appreciate you, baby girl. As Girl 10 says, I'm having a day where I'm exhausted. 5 kids. I have anxiety. Just need a break. As girl, let me tell you, 5 kids. Dang, girl. 5 kids. Wow. You know, that's like, it's a blessing. But at the same time, I can only imagine, like, you're stretched thin. You're stretched so thin. But on the bright side, girl, just know that once you get out of like the age of where they're staying at home with you and so forth, and they start like making their own lives and doing their families, they're all gonna gravitate towards you for the holidays, for Christmas, and it's gonna be well worth it. Right now, it's just kind of crazy, girl, because you got all them kids. But of course, once they are up and out of the house, your family is gonna be so big, and you're gonna feel like, like look at what I created. You know what I mean? Yes, girl. Okay, let's take a look. Marcy Castro, love you, Simone. You always put a big smile on my face. Marcy, you're so sweet. Did you lose an earring? Yes. That's another reason why I'm like upset, because these are my freaking favorite earrings that I got from like Ross or Burlington. If you notice, girl, I wear very like pretty much the same jewelry. I don't change my jewelry that often. Like my rings stay the same, necklaces stay the same, earrings will probably change every day, but they're pretty much like the same, like 3, 2, 4 pair. You know, they don't change. But I lost an earring. And girl, I'm not super like, just because I lost one, it means I have to take off the other. Like, I'm okay wearing one. You know? I'm okay wearing one, you know? I'm not like OCD like that. It's all good. Hey girl, hey girl. Hey Jen Pierce. Hey lovely. How are you, girl? God, give us strength. I know. Let me go to downtown so I can meet you. I know, right? Yes, girl, if you ever want to meet, if you ever want to have lunch. I love the pink yesterday. I know, right? Yeah, girl. Hello, is this your lunch break? Hi, Irene. It is my lunch break. Oh, thank you so much. I love your hair color. Thanks, Marie. I do appreciate you, sweet girl. This hair color is not box dye. I'm sorry. It's the viral TikTok black shampoo. This is the black shampoo, girl. I've done it once. Right? We did it one time. I did it on live. Did I do it one time? Yeah, I think I've done it once, girl. I think it's about time that we do it again, because I see some brown like seeping through. Let me see. User ending in 389 went ahead and commented. I have to say, you have the best positive vibes, and you have the ability to lift people's spirits. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Right now, I'm not feeling like I'm lifting anyone's spirits, because I'm feeling down, just like overwhelmed. You know what I mean? Like, I want to leave. I want to leave work already. Once I clock out, I'll feel much more happier. But thank you so much, user 64086697273889. I do appreciate you saying that. I do appreciate each of the besties writing in positive comments, writing in, you know, sweet words of, you know, wisdom, uplifting words, things like that. You know what I mean? It looks amazing. Thank you, girl. So anyway, I'm gonna read for a little bit, because I need it in my life right now. I feel it. Skylar, girl, thank you so much. Ellie Flowers, hey girl. I do appreciate all you guys. Hi Charity, what it do, girl? Let's read. Okay, let's read. Let's read. So we're gonna talk about God is Love. And this again is a book called God's Plan for Your Marriage. You can find this book on my link tree. I linked it there for you, for anyone who hears something in this book that resonates with you, that calls to you, that you want to kind of like, I want to read more. It's available, okay? Are you ready? Angela, I love you. You're a badass woman. So are you, girl. You're a badass woman. Okay. Chapter 2. God is love. When God began his work of creation, everything was chaos. His creative work brought order out of the chaos. More to the point, his love brought order out of the chaos. As we've seen, there is an order of perfection in material creation, right? Remember we talked about the order of perfection in God's material creation? He started making the animals first. He started making like all this and all that, right, first. And then he made Adam, the man, and his very God's last creation for earth was the woman out of Adam's rib. So the woman is mere perfection. Being a woman is perfect. We're perfect in every single way. We're the last material creation God made. And he went from, not so perfect to the most perfect. So we as women, girl, we are made perfectly. So just know that. The summit of this creation was the human person who was made to love and to be loved. Sadly, it did not take long for the first persons, Adam and Eve, to fail in the very purpose of their creation by choosing to act selfishly rather than to act in charity, right? Because they ate from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Everything God created, he made for his human creatures. His creation was characterized by order and harmony. For humanity, this was both internal and external. The two persons were at peace within themselves, they were at peace with one another, and they were at peace with the rest of creation. Most importantly, they were at peace with God, because they were united with him and truly loved him with their whole hearts, minds, and souls. The acceptance of Satan's lie that God did not want was the best for them caused them to withdraw their hearts and minds from God and focus on themselves. Because remember in the previous chapter we had discussed how the serpent, the snake, he entered into the garden, and that's where Adam already failed. He was supposed to have protected the garden. And he talked to Eve, and that's where Adam failed again, because he allowed the serpent to talk to Eve, or he allowed Eve to talk to the serpent. The serpent was telling Eve, why can't you eat from that tree? Doesn't God want you to eat from the tree? Don't you want to know? Kind of like in their ear, in her ear, telling her stuff, right? And we had mentioned that when God asked Adam, who ate, who gave you that? He was quick to point out, the woman that you made gave it to me, remember? Thank you so much, Angela. Their sin broke this communion with God and brought chaos into the created order. Once again, this chaos was both internal and external. All of nature is affected by the choices human beings make, whether they act in love or in sin. The more we love, the more orderly things will be within ourselves and with everything and everyone around us. Let me put a pause right there, girl. When I read this for the first time, the more we love, the more orderly things will be within ourselves and with everything and everyone around us. This kind of goes to the comment earlier today when a bestie had asked this morning on the Good Morning With Me Get Ready show. She's like, serious question. She's like, what made you change your life? What happened from all like before partying, going out? Why did you turn to God? Like, what happened? And I guess not to answer the question again, but to go off another topic is me now that I'm trying extra hard to be my best self. Like I said earlier in the beginning, a few moments ago when I got on live, that I'm having kind of like a bad attitude. I'm having a day or an afternoon where I just want to like quit my job and say, screw this list. forget you guys. I quit because I'm going to do something else, you know, whatever, you know, a bad attitude, a bad disposition right now. When I think about the things that I've done in my life, and I think about the way I'm living now, living orderly, I'm living to serve my husband, I'm living to make sure that he is okay, I'm living thinking about my mom in mind, even though we don't get along. You know, I'm seeking something right now. I sought my dad, you know, even though he's not, you know, we all make mistakes, we all fall from grace, you know, they keep messing up, but I still want to try. And that right there, I think for me trying to have a good attitude, I see things working for me. Me trying to continue to have a positive spirit, even when I don't want to, even when I want to say screw you, or you hurt me, or F you, F off, you hurt me, how could you, you know, or why did you say that, or that hurt my feelings, or whatever the case is, you fill in the blank. Like, that girl is mean to me, so I'm going to be mean to her. Or that coworker, you know, talks behind my back, I'm going to talk behind her back. Those kinds of things that the everyday thing, you know? Like, oh, I got bad grades. Like, screw the teacher. It's the teacher's fault. Or, oh, I got in trouble at work. Like, oh, I hate my boss. Or whatever the case is. Those, I guess, thoughts in our minds, I'm trying very hard, girl, to not have those thoughts. I'm just summing it up by saying I'm having a bad attitude, you know? And not cursing everything out, you know what I mean? I think the choices of my birdie and I trying to be better people is working. My order in my choices, my mindset, you know, my obedience, if you will, to be good to my husband, you know. Of course, you know, I'm a female, you know. Sometimes individuals do approach like, oh, hey, you're cute, or hey, can I have your number? And I'm like, no, I'm married. Bye, you know, thanks, but no thanks, you know what I mean? And I hope that he's doing the same kind of thing, because I'm living the right path. I see my life changing. I see my attitude changing because I'm making those better choices for myself and not damning everything and not cursing everything out. Does that make sense? So right here where it says, the more we love, the more orderly things will be within ourselves and with everything and everyone around us. The more we sin, right? The more we lie, steal, cheat, have envy, have greed, we're envious, we're jealous, all those things. The more the internal and external chaos grows, right? And I think that's absolutely true. If you're jealous of your neighbor, if you're jealous of that girl, you know, she has everything, she has this, she has that, she has a job, she has the body, she has this, she has that, it's planting those seeds in our brain to have wickedness. We shouldn't be jealous, we shouldn't be greedy, we shouldn't try to wish harm on anyone. We should, even though people are mean, you know, I still get it every day, you know, there's always that group of girls that for whatever reason, I'm a new person, I'm like, girl, what did I do to you now? Like, what did I do now? Because I'm happy, because I'm trying to befriend you, I'm trying to make friends here that I'm new, or wherever I go, I try to be like, hi, I'm Simone, like, nice to meet you, or trying to have a good attitude. And because somebody has a shitty disposition on their own life, they're going to be like, oh, look at that girl, like, mira que se cree, like, she's brand new and she's trying, like, look at her, what a fool. Those kinds of people are out there and they exist. And instead of me, you know, getting hurt like I would before, getting hurt, I'm like, well, something's wrong with you, because I am trying. And I mean, it's those kinds of thoughts, like the evilness, or like the jealousy or the envy or the greed or those things I'm trying to slowly shed out of my mind. But that doesn't say that I'm not a human being, that I'm still going to feel some type of feeling. But still, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying very hard to have a good day and to not let things bother me, and to not let my list of things that I see at work like daunt me and get me in a bad mood or whatever. Not having guidance or help get me in a bad mood or whatever. You know what I mean? So I'm trying, girl. So if I'm trying, you have to keep trying too, okay? Okay. When they were created, Adam and Eve had what is called original integrity, quote unquote, original integrity, meaning that their minds and their wills had complete mastery over their bodies and their senses. The choice to sin brought disorder into their minds and their wills. Confusion was introduced as their senses began demanding to be stimulated. And Adam and Eve lacked the ability to push aside any disordered desires easily. The relationship between the man and the woman became strained as they struggled to rein in selfish and uncharitable thoughts and desires that were designed towards each other, especially lust and domination. The disorder and chaos within and between Adam and Eve were so pervasive that the only things remaining were the dignity of their persons, the purpose of their creation, and the unity of their persons brought about through their marriage. Nothing else was the same. When God tried the angels, the choice each one made resulted in the angels entering the heavenly paradise or rejecting it forever. Our first parents also had a choice to make, and that choice would result in whether they would remain in the earthly paradise or reject it forever. Thankfully, the possibility of entering into the heavenly paradise is still open to us, even after the sin of our first parents committed, and after all the sins we have personally committed ourselves. Adam and Eve were expelled from Eden because the chaos they chose was incompatible with the order God had created. The expulsion of Adam and Eve from the earthly paradise was not a rejection by God of his human creatures, nor for that matter, it was a complete rejection of God by Adam and Eve. This is important because it meant that a relationship with God was still possible. It would not be the same as before they sinned, but they could still know, love, and serve God. Of course, he had not changed at all. His intention for his human creatures remained the same, as did his desire for a relationship with his human creatures. It was mentioned earlier that everything God made, he made for humanity. However, he created humanity for himself. So what I'm reading, girl, what I'm reading is obviously that God created us human beings. He created us. The very last two pieces of creation was a man and a woman. But remember, when he created us, he wanted a relationship with us. So us as human creatures, we have to seek him. We have to communicate with him. We have to ask for guidance through him and with him. So it's that loop of grace that I've mentioned before in the past. He'll give us grace. We need to give grace back. And how do we give grace back? Not only to him. I can't say thank you, God, for everything and then still say F you, and be a total B and just stomp on people's feelings and in people's hearts, but say, I love God. That's not how it works. If you love God, you have to love others too. You have to serve others too. That's your way to show that you love God, by serving him and being kind and gracious at all times. Even when people are mean to you, even when people want to stomp on you and your feelings and your thoughts and your sunny disposition, it's not to say that something's wrong with you. It's to say that something is going through that person, to think it's okay to release that anger on everyone around them, including themselves. So that just also goes to show, girl, that when someone is spewing out hate, hurt, negativity, jealousy, greed, anger, only imagine what's going through on their heart. Only imagine what they've gone through in their mind or what they have gone through personally in their lives. They're just spewing out the hate and hurt that they feel inside. And I think that's also, like, I don't want to keep bringing up my mom, but I feel that she harbors a lot of trauma that happened to her in her past that she can't seem to let go. And she wants to keep spewing it, and say everyone else is the problem but her, yet, or for a person. You know, I'm pretty sure you know someone in your life, girl, or or you've known someone that spews hate, hurt, all that, those adjectives, and say, you're the problem. It's not me, it's you. Yet, they have that relationship with everybody in their circle. Everybody in their life doesn't like them. Everybody in their life probably wants to stay away from them. Everybody around in their circle or in their life are like walking on eggshells because you're like, ugh. But they have the means to say, it's not me, it's you, but it's everybody. And it's like, girl, no, like, I think it's you, because we all feel the same. It's not all us. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure you have someone in your life or in your family that is spewing out all this baggage and tries to make you feel like you're the issue when you're just trying to be your best self every day, and they're not on the same frequency you are. So it's tough. But anyway, let's keep going. Let me see. I'm gonna blow my nose. Let me see. Where's my tissue at? I know I had a tissue around here somewhere, girl. Where was it? Oh, right here. You know what happens when you blow your nose, girl, and then you hear it in your ears? That happened just now. Okay, let's see. Foxina. Hey, Genera. What a do, girl. Tell me if I said your name right. Hey, gorgeous bestie. Hey, what a do, baby girl. Love you, miss you. Okay, where did I leave off? Right here. It was mentioned earlier that everything God made, he made for humanity. However, he created humanity for himself. Before we say more, we should be clear that God gets nothing from his creatures. He is absolutely perfect. And this means he lacks nothing. Nothing we can do adds anything to God. And nothing we can give him makes him happier, more fulfilled, or more perfect. So to say we are made for God does not mean God made us for a self-serving purpose. What? Let me read that again. So to say we are made for God does not mean God made us for a self-serving purpose, so he could receive something from us. Just the opposite, in fact. Even our need for him is a boon to us. Because we are made for love, the more we love God, the more we boon to us. Because we are made for love, the more we love God, the more we will be fulfilled. By knowing, loving, and serving the Lord, by following God's commandments, by praying, by striving to do God's will, we benefit. God does not. It is still God's will to be in a loving relationship with us, but he will never force himself on us. He created us with a free will and treats us as perfect persons with a free will. In case there are any doubt in anyone's mind about God's intentions toward us, we have to recall that God walked in the garden with Adam and Eve before the fall. And as the use of the Lord's name in the 2nd chapter of Genesis would suggest, Adam and Eve enjoyed a very close relationship with him. When the people of Israel had forgotten God, although he had not forgotten them or the covenant he had made with them, he revealed his name to Moses on Mount Sinai. The same name, Lord, that is used in the 2nd chapter of Genesis. In Proverbs, we are told about the personification of wisdom, the second person of the Trinity, who says, I was daily his delight, rejoicing before him always, rejoicing in his inhabited world, and delighting in the sons of men. Even more than this, God spoke through the prophet Isaiah, telling humanity that his son would be born of a virgin and to be called Emmanuel, God with us, quote unquote. St. Matthew quotes the same passage with regard to the birth of Jesus. God is not just some distant being out there. He is with us and finds his joy being among us. More than anything, The incarnation of Jesus and his passion tells us of God's love for us. St. Paul tells us that God demonstrated his love for us in that when we are still sinners, Christ died for us. Many of us believe we're unloved. At the very least, we say, God cannot love me. For his part, God has done everything he can prove his love for us. We should not require any proof because God told us his love for us. Moreover, St. John states simply, God is love. In other words, even if we didn't have God word, like Jesus, we know that his very nature is love. This is pertinent to our considerations because it means that the only way God can trust us is to love us. This is true because of his own being, but also because of our humanity. Because we are made to love and be loved, God will only love us. The problem, as we saw earlier, is that we are so badly injured by sin that we no longer knew how to love as we were created to love. Being made in the image and likeness of God tells us that if we want to know who we are to be and how we are to act, we first need to know God. In whose image and likeness we are created. Although God gave humanity many ways to seek and find him and to know him and love him, most people are unable to achieve union of love with God. And so because we can find fulfillment only in being who we were created to be, God, in his love for us, choose to become one of us to teach us his words, an example how to love, how to receive love, what it means to love, what it means to be human, and what it means to be persons made in the image and likeness of God. He's talking about Jesus Christ. He's talking about Jesus Christ, girl. That's what they're saying. He chose to become human, right? He's sending his son. St. Paul called Jesus the image of the invisible God, right? Quote unquote. When I do this, I'm doing like quotes. Jesus is both God and man. So in the unity of one person, Jesus is able to show us through his humanity how God acts in truth and in love. So remember, girl, when we talk about Jesus Christ and we have our Bible studies and we talk about God and Christ and so forth, God sent his son, part of him, right, down here on earth, and to show us his characteristics, like this book is saying, to show us how to love, how to be loved, how to be kind, how to forgive, how to try harder, and all those things, right? Those adjectives, those characteristics that Jesus is. He's kind, he's nurturing. Those are the characteristics of God for us to see, for human beings to witness, for human beings to jot down, to write down, right? To record. And girl, and it blows my mind, and even my Brady's mind, because we'll talk about it. He's like, babe, can you imagine 2,000 years ago, or X, ponle X, no sabemos, just to know that a human being was so good, so kind, so generous, that had some supernatural ability and was showing people around town, around Jerusalem, I am the Son of God. And he was rejected left and right, much like now how we reject him. And like, man, how do you know? How do you know? Like, girl, we don't know. We have to believe and have full faith, right? It's just crazy to think that people had to gather up in secrecy to see him. People had to, like, they were seeing miracles happen left and right, and they were just wanted to be in his presence and touch him and all those things, right? And at the end, God, remember, he lowered himself to a human being. And in the beginning of this chapter 1, the angels questioned, why would you lower yourself to a human? Why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense, you know what I mean? But because he created us, he placed his flesh down here on this earth for us to experience him in human form. And for him as a human being, Jesus Christ, for him to know, he obviously already does, but to know hurt, to know pain, to know jealousy, to know those things, to know people were gonna not like him, to be hated, to be hated. And when we think about Jesus Christ, you know, going through all the things that he went through for us, girl, for us, for a chance to be saved, if we believe in the story, if we believe that there's a greater being out there just pulling the strings behind the scenes, that's all it takes. It's just a little bit of belief. That's all it takes, you know? And for himself to send him down here to record, to watch, to mimic, to try to be like, because you try to be Christ-like, right? Christ-like. To try to understand a little bit, I guess. Not even try to understand, because we can never understand. Oh, shoot, I have to go back to work. That's what I'm talking about, girl. For us to, I guess, grow even deeper in our relationship with him, and for him to lower himself so to a human form, and to be humiliated. I don't know. I don't want to start crying right now, girl. It's just like, it's crazy. Don't you agree, girl? Come on, give me an amen. Give me an amen in the chat, girl. Say amen, girl. Hallelujah. You know what I mean? Because I mean, it's a love story. And it's bigger than one afternoon to talk about. It's bigger than a few months to talk about. It's been bigger than, you know, people read the Bible over and over and over and over again. Because he doesn't say things clear. He does say things clear as day. And people are like, what do you mean? Like, yeah, I'm not going to be here for very long. Soon. We're like, what do you mean? 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 As human beings, we don't know a lot, obviously, right? Because we're like, shoot, compared to him, shoot, imagine. But for us to seeking. And when you seek, your heart just releases all the hurt, all the pain, all the anguish, all the turmoil, all the trauma, all the stuff. Your heart releases it. Obviously, with other things, is to therapy and talking about it and so forth. But centering, I guess, whatever it is that you're dealing with and saying, I need help, God. Thank you for everything I've done in my life, but I'm not done. And I know, you know, I'm going to have more things in the future coming up, but having that belief that I'm going to be okay and I'm going to try to be better. And those girls could talk smack about me all they want. What are they going to say? I'm too nice? What are they going to say? I'm too happy? I'm too cute? What are they going to say, you know? It's just, it puts things into perspective for me, and I'm growing in my faith, and I'm growing in my trust, and I'm growing in, you know, my confidence that I can do absolutely anything. I'm going to be okay. I can quit this job tomorrow and say, I'm still going to survive. We're going to be okay. I don't need material things. I don't need fancy clothes. I don't need makeup on this face. I don't need, you know, whatever it is that makes me feel cute. I don't need these nails. I don't need it because I'm going to be okay. I'm going to survive. As long as I have God in my heart and I try to be good, He's got me no matter what. And it's not going to, it didn't take one afternoon. It didn't take, you know, a couple afternoons to understand and unlock this piece in my mind where I'm like, yes, this is where I need to get to. This right here. So I'm constantly seeking it now. And you know, girl, like I came on the live, Mrs. Espita, I came on the live and I was like, I'm not having a very good day. Because I just have I'm just overwhelmed. Like, not to say nobody's being mean or anything. I'm just overwhelmed with stuff. But you know what I choose? I choose to seek more of what makes me happy. What makes me feel good. What makes me feel complete. You know? Yeah, so that's my spiel. I'm going to leave now. I hope you girls enjoyed this afternoon. And I'm sorry if I'm a little heavy today, girl. But I just needed to get, I need to get things off my chest. So I apologize, girl, if I'm a little heavy. Because I never want to be heavy with you guys. But, I mean, this is my life, girl. And I document the good and the bad. I document when I'm happy. And I document when I'm sad. And I document when I'm, you know, excelling in life and looking like a beauty queen. And I document whenever I just woke up. And I'm all disheveled all day long wearing my PJs because it was a Saturday and I feel good. You know what I mean? So anyway, I love you. I hope you girls have a great day. Don't let nothing get you down ever, girl. Not even like whatever it is. Like I'm telling you. Just wait until you're like back at home. Like, okay, I'm back at home. I can make my junkie cases in peace. So I don't have to do anything or talk to anybody. Just do my thing. Put on a Christmas movie, girl. Get into my PJs. Hang out with Richie. And then just kind of go to sleep and say, let's see what tomorrow brings. I love you. The other earring is missing, girl. The other earring's missing. That's just, it is what it is. The new style is one earring. So, see you. Love you. Bye.